दुनिया भर में कहर बरपा रहे कोरोना वायरस भारत में भी पैर पसार रहा है.
The number of cases of COVID-19 has increased.
The night curfew would be applicable from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. starting today on Sunday.
India is battling a rapid surge of COVID-19 cases as the Omicron
Chess
variant.
Grandmaster Vishwanathan Anand is now with us.
How do you play chess 12 feet away from another person?
In fact, we had a big chess tournament that subsequently that also got suspended.
आज रात 12 बजे से संपूर्ण देश में संपूर्ण लॉकडाउन होने जा रहा है.
वेलकम दोस्तों. वेलकम टू द Olympiad 2020.
He's winning. Queen at 12. He's winning. How? What? Rook D2. Rook D2. Oh,
Answer declares joint co-winners.
Oh yes!
Olympiad. Australia and India.
Yeah, and welcome with me is Sagar Shah like always, and we are here back for another year with the Chess Olympiad. It's a cake pizza!
Guys, we are through to the semi-final.
Oh man, ADOP Brandon, guys.
Look at him. Oh, he's doing this. Oh my God, Vaishali was winning. Didn't get it.
What happened?
She lost her time. I think India is lost.
India is lost, guys. Adiban has lost, Vaishali has lost, Harika has won, Jeffrey has lost.
If you know that you win always, right? Then why do people watch always? Why would they cheer? What is the point to cheer when you know that guys will win? So you have to also know why you are cheering.
Russian troops and tanks have entered Ukraine on all fronts. All these cities are under attack, including the capital of Kyiv, which has become the main target.
No Indian chess fan is going to sleep right now because the Olympiad 2022 is coming to India.
A couple of years after going online, the Chess Olympiad is back with a bang. This time it's coming to Chennai, where over 2,000 players from across 200 countries will be participating. Welcome to the 2022 Chess Olympiad Chennai, for an experience like no other.
Everybody is excited to play the first ever Olympiad in India.
We all play for each other in the end, and it's very important to have a good team bonding.
I'm really excited and looking forward to it.
Hi everyone, this is Sagar Shah and I am at a very special location right now. I am at the venue of the Chess Olympiad 2022, 4 Points by Sheraton, and opposite it is this wonderful hall, which is a massive hall. And apart from this, in these premises there will be another building which will be made specially for this event, which will be of 30,000 square feet, where you will have the second playing hall.
When I met Chief Minister Mr. Stalin of Tamil Nadu, he did not take even 5 minutes to decide, yes, we'll do it. I had the guarantee of $10 million from Tamil Nadu government.
देवियों सज्जनों, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री महोदय के नेतृत्व में और उनकी प्रेरणा से देश में खेल और खिलाड़ियों में एक नई ऊर्जा, नए उत्साह और नए सपनों का संचार हुआ है।
विश्वनाथ आनंद जी, कोनेरू हम्पी, विदित, दिव्या देशमुख जैसी अनेक प्रतिभाएं शतरंज में हमारे तिरंगे का सम्मान बढ़ा रही है।
This is Sagar Shah and I am reporting from the Olympiad venue in Mahabalipuram. The first thing that you notice on arrival are the number of police. There are so many police guards here ensuring that only the people who are accredited or are chess players get to enter. This on your left is the second playing hall. On your right is the first playing hall here. And guys, hold your breath because it looks absolutely fantastic. This is how team will sit. There are 4 boards in a row. This is where we will be doing our commentary from. Number 1, I think we have Niklesh here. Hindi ChessBase India, AICF will go live from here. The third commentary room, which is basically ChessBase India over here. Get ready to be amazed. This is hall number 2 and breathtaking is the word, because this didn't exist 2 months ago and has been created out of thin air here. I think it is tremendous. It's just brilliantly done. We are 1 day away from the Olympiad beginning. And at some point everyone was thinking that no, India won't be well prepared. It would be a miracle if the event happens here. But as of now, after looking at all of this, I think we are well prepared.
Welcome everybody to the 44th Chess Olympiad happening in Chennai.
All the best.
Thank you.
All the best. Good luck.
Good luck, Ampy.
Please keep quiet on the players.
Please, sir, please come out.
One guys, one by one.
Round 2 witnessed Magnus Carlsen taking the first board for Team Norway and beating Georg Meyer in a queen endgame that was drawn. After the game, Magnus was exiting the premises, and that's when everyone gathered around him. He's such a big star, and he was also in great mood, smiling. So many people gathered around him trying to take pictures, selfies. Magnus Carlsen was definitely one of the star attractions at the 44th Chess Olympiad 2022.
Well, there are a lot of interesting things happening in round 2 of the 44th Chess Olympiad. I have a very special guest. Her name is Charvi. Hi.
Hi.
What is your next dream that you want to achieve?
I need to play in men's section and I need to be a grandmaster and world champion.
I hope to see you in one of the upcoming Olympiads.
Yeah.
And I want to see you in the open section.
Yes.
Promise?
Yes, promise.
Team India once again had resounding victories in all 6 matches of theirs. Team ABC in the Open and Women. So both the A teams of men and women have won with a score of 3.5. It's getting more exciting. Tougher teams are coming up. Yesterday we won 4-0. Today 3.5. What's in store for the third round? A very special personality at the Chess Olympiad was Grandmaster Dronawali Harika. Pregnant at 9 months, Harika took this bold decision to play for Team India and did amazingly well. Team India 2 consisted of 4 young talents. Gukesh took board number 1, Praggnanandhaa was on board number 3, Raunak on board number 4, and Nihal Sarin took board number 2. The average age of the team was just 19 years old. Praggnanandhaa is taking on Yannick Pelletier. Look at the time on Pelletier's clock. He's down to 0 seconds and he loses on time. Oh my god. Look at Prag there. He's upset, he's dejected that his opponent lost on time. India 2 team win 4-0 against Switzerland. And look at that nice gesture by Grandmaster RB Ramesh, just motivating his opponent, and Prag apologizing to Pelletier there. Look what's happening there. A crowd seems to have gathered around the game of Arjun Erigaisi and Matthew Cornet, India versus Italy. Well, only 22 moves have been played and there was not a threefold repetition, and one cannot offer a draw before 30 moves. And that's the reason why the players were asked to write down the moves of the threefold repetition, because they had repeated the moves but not 3 times. In round 4, India 2 team took on Italy. Gukesh beat Italy number 1 Daniel Vocaturo, while Nihal Sarin dismantled his opponent's London system. With this, India registered a 3-1 victory as RB Ramesh congratulates his wards on the fine performance. Round 5 is going to be amazing. After a scintillating start of 4 victories in match format for Team India 2, it seemed like they were going to face a very stiff challenge against the Spanish team. But Gukesh led from the front against Alexei Shirov on board number 1, playing a simply phenomenal game to give his team the lead in the match. And although Praggnanandhaa lost his game against Jaime Santos Latasa, it was D. Adiban on the last board who gave the team a much needed victory against Iturizaga. With this, Team India 2 continued their fine form in the tournament with 1.5 victory over Spain and a 10 out of 10 score on match points. Team India 1 was up against Romania in round 5. All the 3 games ended in draws apart from Arjun Erigaisi. Arjun was slightly worse out of the opening, but towards the end he managed to swindle his opponent Mircea Emilian Parligras to give the team a much needed victory. As you can see here, Harika, like a true team player, is going to the games of her teammates and trying to understand the openings so that she can make a better decision against her opponents. Well, all of that and much more later tomorrow. In spite of having Magnus Carlsen on top board, Team Norway has been unable to get going at the Olympiad. The world champion has been doing his job on board 1 and has scored 3.5 out of 4. The team has already lost to Italy and drawn their game against Mongolia. The India women's 2 team started off with a perfect score of 4 out of 4. In the 5th round, they lost their match against Georgia. In round 6, women's 1 team of India faced a stiff challenge in the form of Georgia. While Tania Sachdev and Harika Dronawali managed to hold their own with the black pieces on boards 4 and 2, it was the girls with the white pieces that struck. Humpy got the better of Nana Zagnidze, while Vaishali beat the strong IM Leila Javakashvili, giving India a 3-1 victory over Georgia. For Team India 1, it was Hari Krishna leading from the front, getting the better of Nodirbek Abdusattarov. The games of Vidit and Arjun Erigaisi ended in a draw, but not without action. Especially Arjun, who was completely lost against Javokir Sindaro. It looked like India had promising chances in this match, but Shashi Kiran lost his game to Shamshidin Wakidov, which meant that the scores ended with tie of 2-2. This is going to be very exciting. Tomorrow is a rest day. We're going to the Bermuda Party now.
This is the chess song. हाँ chess में जो ये मजा है, इसके इतने सारे रंग, सीखे खेले आजमाए, ChessBase इंडिया के संग. थोड़ी देखी chess theory, in-depth commentary, यहाँ coverage है बेमिसाल. Improvement होगी तेरी, blunder से brilliancy, बनना चाहे तू भी तार. शतरंज का कमाल, शतरंज का कमाल, शतरंज का कमाल, शतरंज का कमाल, शतरंज का
matchup of the day was India 1 taking on India 3. Harikrishna drew his game against Surya Ganguly. With it, had an equal game against Sethuraman. Score was tied at 1-1, but it was Arjun Erigaisi who once again led from the front, beating Abhijit Gupta, and SL Narayanan also chipped in to beat Abhimanyu Puranik, giving India 1 a 3-1 victory over India 3. After a loss in the 6th round to Armenia, the youngsters of India faced Cuba. Gukesh comes to the board and accepts the resignation of his opponent, giving his team 1-0 victory. As always, he pays his respect to the board after the game. Nihal Sarin got the better of Cruzada Perez, while Praggnanandhaa defeated Ortiz Suarez. With Adhiban drawing his game, Team India 2 beat Cuba with a resounding score of 3.5. So, day 8, round 8 is going to be perhaps the most critical one of this Olympiad. The match of round 8 is definitely India 2 versus USA. India 2 consists of 4 teenagers, while USA is the strongest ever team to have taken part in a chess Olympiad. On board number 1, youngster Gukesh takes on the former world number 2 Fabiano Caruana. Nihal Sarin takes on the tricky Levon Aronian. Praggnanandhaa, who has just played the dragon against Vaishali, while Raunak Sadhwani is up against world number 14 Lenier Dominguez. Nihal draws his game in a slightly better position against Aronian, while Praggnanandhaa in a slightly better position also drew his game against Vaishali. The score is now equal at 1-1. Meanwhile, Raunak Sadhwani has a very critical moment on the board. Should he play knight d4 or not? If he plays knight d4 here, it would be a piece sacrifice, and that would give Team India a great chance to win. And Raunak has played that move. What a move! Perhaps the move of the tournament. And with this, Raunak Sadhwani scores a win against Lenier Dominguez. India women's 1 team takes on Ukraine in round 8. The Ukrainian women's team is extremely strong on boards 1 and 2 because of the Muzichuk sisters, and both of them are formidable. Queen takes e4. Oh my god. Caruana resigns because there's a back rank mate there. Rook takes e4. Rook a1 was a mate. With this, Gukesh actually beats the first ever top 10 player in his chess career. What a result. Gukesh starts to move out of the playing hall. People congratulate him, and nothing really escapes the watchful eye of Anish Giri. But I think it was a great achievement for Gukesh. He's 8 out of 8. He's now reached 27-30. He's world number 20 and he's India number 2.
So you're refusing to be checked? I am refused to be touched.
It's 3 o'clock. There is the game. You can check and start the game.
After beating USA, India was pitted against Azerbaijan on the top board. Gukesh was facing Shakhriyar Mamedyarov. The game was extremely intense, with Gukesh having a very small edge throughout the game, but Mamedyarov defended effectively and the game ended in a draw. Nihal Sarin was under pressure against Rauf Mamedov, but towards the end, he got his chance. However, Nihal could not capitalize on that opportunity and the game also ended in a draw, bringing the score to 1-1. Raunak Sadhwani had a relatively equal position in the game against Nijat Abbasov, but then made a massive blunder, perhaps the biggest blunder of Raunak's chess career. He blundered a complete piece and then had to resign the game. The Indian women's team, which until now seemed unbeatable, faced its first defeat at the hands of Poland. Humpy drew her game against Alina Kashlinskaya on board number 1. Harika was held to a draw by Monika Sochko. Tania Sachdev drew her game against Maria Malika. Olivia managed to trick Vaishali in the rook endgame and take a 2.5-1.5 victory for her team, Poland. Praggnanandhaa was in a completely lost position against Durarbeli Vasil, but then he got his chance. Very sharp Pragg looked at the board for his opportunity. He moved his rook, giving a discovered check with his bishop. The queen took it, but then the rook took the rook, and you knew that Pragg was out there for the kill. It was clear to everyone that Pragg was now playing for the win, which meant that India would tie the scores 2-2. A very important point there.
As you can notice, Prag there has this nervous excitement on his face. Durarbeli Vasif knows that the game is going out of his hand. He takes on E1. He wants to throw his pen down, but stops himself. That's the thing about chess players. They cannot emote much. Gives a check, and there you see he resigns the game, and Praggnanandhaa has won. A pat on the back from RB Ramesh. The scores are now evened 2-2, an extremely important point for the team, and Durarbeli's expression shows what this half a point meant for his team. You have Eltad Safarli there coming in, and Vasif is just terribly angry at what he has just done. How did he miss that victory?
What are India's medal chances? 2 more rounds to go, and remember, in the last round, Team India cannot face Team India. So tomorrow is the highly crucial round in the open section.
Go. It's India 2 versus Uzbekistan, 2 of the youngest teams in the tournament. On board number 4, Adiban Bhaskaran unleashed some fireworks against Jakongir Vakidov. Nihal Sarin tried his best against Nodirbek Yakuboyev. The game also ended in a draw. Praggnanandhaa has faced Javokir Sindarov on multiple occasions in the past. Look at Praggnanandha's focus. He knows that with the white pieces, he has to push against his young opponent. And Praggnanandhaa plays some amazing bit of chess and manages to outplay his opponent in the end game, where he has a rook and a pawn against Sindarov's bishop. It's a technical rook endgame, but Praggnanandhaa knows it and manages to bring home the full point. After losing their match on the previous day to Poland, India women's 1 team made a strong comeback by beating Kazakhstan with a score of 3.5. The India 1 team in the open section managed to beat Iran with a score of 2.5, 1.5.
दोस्तों मेरे पास बोलने के लिए कुछ बचा ही नहीं है. मैं क्या ही बोलूँगा अभी. सर थैंक यू सो मच सर फॉर कमिंग हिंदी चेसेस इंडिया. आप आए, बहुत अच्छा खेल है. वाओ सर, आप इतनी अच्छी हिंदी बोल रहे हैं. ऑल्सो सर कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन आपको. आप FIDE वाइस प्रेसिडेंट, डिप्टी प्रेसिडेंट बन गए. थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सो मच.
Team India was leading now the match 2-1, and Gukesh was completely dominating against Nodirbek Abdusattorov. Look at the focus on Gukesh there. He knows he can beat his opponent. He had beaten him recently in BL, but Nodirbek is one of those players who never gives up. He kept fighting on and on, making Gukesh's task as difficult as possible to get the full point. You can look at Nodirbek there. He knows that the hopes of an entire nation are on his shoulders. He has to continue fighting. It's clear that for Gukesh, even a draw would mean that Team India too would win the match and take the leader's position. But Gukesh is very keen to win. He was winning throughout the game. And for him, a draw would mean not a great result. Nodirbek senses that his opponent is overstretching there, so he tightens his focus. You can see Praggnanandhaa backing his teammate there. He's looking at the game. He's hoping that Gukesh will be able to salvage a draw here or win the game. But Abdusattorov goes on. He keeps fighting on and on. The moves now start being made at lightning pace because both players are running short on time. And Abdusattorov brings his queen back to the game. Will Gukesh manage to make progress? He uses his knight to attack the black king. Is it a mating net against the black king? Not really. Abdusattorov's king starts to run away. And he moves his knight to f3. Oh my god, Abdusattorov just waits in his tracks and goes and gives a check. Gukesh there is stunned. Abdusattorov is relieved. Oh my god, what a blunder this is. Oh my god. The game is over because there's a check to the king and the knight is going to fall. Gukesh has blundered there. The crowd cannot believe it. The Uzbekistan team is happy. It means that the score would be 2-2. Gukesh has now only 10 seconds left on his clock. He has to get out of this sadness and make his move. But even if he makes his move, the game is lost because he's losing a piece. And the clock turns 0 as Abdusattorov points it out. The arbiter comes in, gives it a win for black. The score is tied 2-2. Ramesh gives a pat on Gukesh's back, saying that not to worry, Gukesh is extremely upset. He was winning throughout the game. Gukesh is almost in a trance there. He cannot believe that he's lost the game. It means India drops a crucial 1 point.
Will Gukesh take rest today after this heartbreaking loss? I don't think so. The young lion will be ready to play again, and he will play on the first board once again.
Gukesh is back on the board for the 11th round after a devastating loss against Nodirbek Abdusattorov. He did not back down from the fight. He takes the top board for Team India 2 against Vincent Kaimar from Germany. Team India 1 faced the unenviable task of beating USA in the final round in order to fight for the medals. Hari Krishna with the white pieces made a very quick draw against Fabiano Caruana. Arjun Erigaisi got the better of Lenier Dominguez. SL Narayanan on the last board faced a very difficult position against Sam Shanklin right out of the opening and eventually succumbed to a loss. Vidit Gujarati fought with all his might to hold his game against Wesley So. But with this draw, India 1 lost its fight for the medals at the Olympiad 2022. Indian women's team took on the USA team. However, things did not pan out for the Indian team. In the end, the score was 3-1 in the favor of US team, and it was a shocking defeat for the Indian women's team. The team still won the bronze medal. The German team was no match for the Indian youngsters, with Nihal Sarin leading from the front, beating Matthias Bluebaum, and Raunak Sadhwani showing his fiery chess once again to down Liviu Dieter Nisipianu. With this, Team India scored 2 crucial victories, and on the blackboards, it was Gukesh and Praggnanandhaa holding their own against Vincent Kaimar and Rasmus Swanam. With this clinical performance, Team India 2 beat Germany 3-1 and took home the bronze medal at the Olympiad 2022.
No medals.
No.
Seven
And
gold,
overall.
7 more medals. Total, so many medals.